Okay, so Luke has been wanting us to make this video for a while now. The Destiny Killers tier list. And we felt like right now, considering Lightfall is right around the corner, it's a good time to make this video. Essentially, what we're going to do today is we're going to watch trailers, and then we're going to rank these games based on their ability to take Destiny 2 head on in a 1v1. Is this the Destiny Killer? And then we rank it accordingly.
Right now. And we back in your town, burning it down. Give you what you been waiting for.
All right, so that is Splitgate, which is first tier. Listen, I feel like Splitgate was never targeting Destiny. I look at Splitgate as more of like the attempt is to be the Halo killer. It's a fun game. It's a fun game, all right? But in terms of taking Destiny on, I just don't see it actually, you know, even Destiny in its, you know, crappy PvP states, I just don't see it taking Destiny on. And you can definitely tell Splitgate is very much modeled after Halo. I love Splitgate. It's a fun game. I'll jump in there with some friends. It scratched my itch until Halo Infinite came out. And then Halo Infinite came out and it was good for like, what, a month? All right. Moving on to the next video. I have not seen this one. This is called Project LLL.
시리얼 넘버 확인. 성소 활성화.
Tidefall?
전송中신호 교란이 발생했습니다. 현재 위치.
Ooh, the frame drops.
잠금 해제 프로토콜 확인.
Can you eject? Wait, how did he eject from behind? All right, was that a bubble he just dropped? Okay, he's got a bubble. He's got... Interesting. The hell was that? Dude, this looks like something out of, what was it, Death Stranding? Like the music and everything? Okay, so if we were to rank this based on just that, it's so hard to rank it off of just that. Guys, it looked kind of clunky. You know what I mean? It looked kind of clunky. The frame drops were terrible, and I have nothing else to go off of. It is a combination of a lot of different things, though, which is cool, but there's just not much to go off of. And the game also seems very unpolished. We're going to leave it at B tier, guys. It's cool. It's intriguing. That's the main thing. Honestly, the last scene is what's cool to me, because up until that point, I was like, all right, some aliens, or what looks like aliens. You know, I mean, you've got a combination like Titanfall, Outriders. But then that thing popped out. I love Supernatural. So when I saw Supernatural, that made me put it at B. Let's move on. Outriders!
We awoke from one nightmare into another. Not on our dying Earth, but somewhere much worse. We came to Enoch as our last chance, a chance at a new home. But what we found didn't save humanity. It consumed it.
Obviously S tier. How can it not be? Hashtag ad. Outriders is actually available to play today. Use code Aztecross at checkout. Guys, listen. I told you all from the very beginning. Outriders look like shit. And left and right, all of you were like, nah, man, it looks great. Look at the abilities. You know a game is bad when not even the trailer can sell you. Not even the trailer. Outriders might have been the worst Destiny killer I have ever played. Ever.
Wow, this is garbage. You actually like this?
Look, if you liked Outriders, by all means, I don't want to shit on what you like, okay? All I'm saying, for me, my experience with it, it is the worst Destiny killer ever. All right, Warframe. Jesus, that's spicy. That is spicy. Okay. All right, listen. Keep in mind, Warframe has been out for a very long time, and it has sustained a very passionate player base. It has also had frequent updates. I personally think, out of everything on this list that I'm just looking at right here, right now, I personally think Warframe is a fantastic game. I personally think it's A tier. At one time, it was going toe-to-toe with Destiny, but starting with Destiny 2 Forsaken, things started dipping over into Destiny's favor. Moving on, we have the First Descendant, which we actually did some promos with. I've got a lot to say about this game.
We always ask questions. What is it that actually exists?
Pre-alpha.
If you feel confused, just reload your gun.
We played the pre-alpha for First Descendant, and look, it is a beautiful game. It is flashy. It has a crazy amount of weapons and builds because we got access to all of those from the get because they were allowing us to play with a bunch of different things. Here's the thing. It is so unpolished. I am so happy they did not launch this game. It has potential. It really does. But dude, they have got to polish it up because its performance was awful. It seems extremely similar to like Anthem's like tower. You could definitely tell like they're trying to model it after like, you know, most hubs, but I mean, it reminds me a lot of like the tower, even Anthem's version of the tower, the social area, right? I like the matchmaking game modes that it gives you, but the world did not feel, granted we were limited to where we can go, but it just didn't feel that immersive. And it also didn't feel like we were actually doing any level of exploration. I don't know, man. I feel like it needs to be in C tier. There needs to be massive improvements to the game. Granted, we should get like access to it in the future for another like maybe beta or, you know, alpha or something like that. And hopefully there's some major improvements. All I can tell you is just based on my experience, it was just not polished. All right, Lost Ark is on this list.
The Lost Ark is now but a myth, a relic from the half-remembered Chain War. But now, our world has been torn once again. The demons have returned.
Okay, so I'm surprised we even have this as like a Destiny. It's just such a different game. The game itself is good. Now, I never got to in-game Lost Ark, so I'm not really sure what it was like. Again, this is based on being a Destiny killer. Lost Ark is a good game. Path of Exile killer. Diablo killer. If you love pay to win, Lost Ark's for you. With that being said, it's not a Destiny killer. I think that we have to put this... See, this is how bad Outriders is. Despite it being completely different and not even in... I wouldn't even put in the same genre. It's still better than Outriders. If I could shit on Outriders harder, I would. If there was a tier below this one, I would put it there. All right. The Division.
I trained for a scenario like this my entire life. But it's worse than anything we could have imagined. We're what's left to hold the line.
Every criminal group that we've been dealing with is controlling most of these neighborhoods.
We're taking it back.
Okay, that's Division 1. Here's the thing. We probably would have thrown Division 2 on here, but amongst the Division community, a lot of them... I mean, I've got a friend, he was like a die-hard Division player. He loved the Division. Division 2 came out, and he said it was shite. And now I played both. I didn't really play enough of either one. Like, I played Division really hard in the beginning, but I didn't actually live through every update and improvement of the first Division. I'm going to put the Division at A tier. All right. I have not played the Division 2 raids. Okay. I'm just observing what I saw from multiple friends of mine. I remember seeing Destiny PvE players. They went and played the Division 2 raid. They were like, it was good. It was fun. I enjoyed it, but they never returned to it. And to me, that right there, you know, that says a lot. If you are constantly getting pulled back into that game, that says a lot. All right. New World.
What is Eternum? Eternum is life eternal. And death incarnate.
So many dungeons.
What is Eternum? The fires of destruction. Rage and malice.
All right. So listen, we played so much New World and we lost our lives to the beta. We played it like mad the day it came out. We played every aspect of the game. It's in-game, it's world bosses. We explored all its areas. We did all the quests. We went after the sexiest loot. Guys, I will say this about New World. It is substantially improved and continues to improve. And if anything, it may not be the Destiny killer, but by God, to me, it is the MMORPG killer. It is put more action into what I've experienced from other MMORPGs, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. It is S tier for me, guys. Here's the thing. It still doesn't scratch the itch that Destiny obviously presents, being a first-person shooter that Destiny is. It's just a much different game. But New World has killed off a lot of MMORPGs for me. Now, the next one is Luna Abyss. I remember we looked at this game.
Welcome to the Abyss.
Oh, this game.
Due to your unfortunate circumstances, you have been incarcerated here, as you're going to be here for a very long time.
This is the clone. This one's like very similar to Destiny.
I need you to take control of my remote wardens and scout the depths of the Abyss. I should warn you, the Abyss has a tendency to attract undesirable things. My name is Aelin, and I'll be watching you.
So, we watched another trailer that was so similar. This almost looks like they're right here, the Destiny killer. So they have some similarities here with some of the aesthetic from Destiny. Obviously, this is a very different game, but like this very much looks like Nessus, the Traveler. It's very copy pasta, but it definitely looks like a scarier vibe. I don't know, guys. I mean, it's hard to really judge that one. I don't really think it's even trying to square up with Destiny, despite copying so many aspects about it. It looks bad, but not Outriders bad. Let's do C tier. Destiny 2. You might be wondering, why is Destiny 2 on a Destiny Killers tier list? Well, look no further than the Curse of Osiris trailer.
There's been a development on Mercury. X activity there surged exponentially.
I did like the strikes. I enjoyed the strike. We got new Crucible maps. Here's the thing. Destiny really is the Destiny killer. I mean, it's S tier. And if there was ever a time that I thought Destiny was going to die, it was soon after the Curse of Osiris expansion. Hell, Bungie even came out and said they thought the game was going to die. They literally thought the game was going to die. I don't think any game can kill Destiny as effectively as Destiny. We're going to continue on. What do we have? Borderlands.
Imagine me and you, I do. I think about you day and night. The only one for me is you, and you for me.
I love the Borderlands vibe, though. It's just hysterical. Okay, so I played Borderlands. I played 1. I didn't play much of 2. And then I heavily played 3. Here's the thing. Borderlands was a fun experience, but it definitely just, in my opinion, just didn't have the staying power to keep me coming back. Some of you are saying Borderlands 2 is still sustained through the community, making mods and add-ons for the game. That's fantastic. But for me, I played it, I got it done, and then that was it. I never went back to Borderlands. So C tier for me. Okay. Outriders. This game is either going to be really good or really shite.
We will not die in the shadows. We will face our fears head on. Showtime.
Somebody's coming in hot.
Looks interesting, man.
You owe me one. Perfect.
Oxen scream, calling for volunteers. Enlist. Resist.
Music's fantastic. So look, we actually did an entire breakdown on Outriders. The devs came out and said they have some new system where their AI has some auto-learning ability and that every engagement is supposedly going to be different because the enemy AI learns. I've heard lingo like that before, which normally meant bullshit, and it doesn't actually equate to anything. Maybe it's going to be fantastic. Maybe everything they said is going to come out exactly how they said it would be, you know, with their enemy learning AI. Sometimes, though, it's just a bunch of shites. So I'm going to put it here in B tier. It is an interesting looking game. It also, you know, but we need to see gameplay. Wasn't Outriders? I think it was supposed to come out last year, and then it got pushed back. All right, guys. Next game.
You are the chosen few, protectors of our world. Fire! Out there, you will fight the unimaginable.
Oh, I loved it, man. Oh my God. It felt so good.
Never give up.
Ready, Javelin 1?
Let's go! You are freelancers.
If there was ever a game that had the potential to take Destiny on, I mean, straight up, Anthem could have done it. But here's the reality, and if you work at BioWare or EA, I don't mean to be like mean. In my opinion, BioWare, a lot of people will say, Cross, it was the publisher, it was EA. No, BioWare didn't have the correct vision, and someone could have came in there, I think, and like grabbed the reins and been like, no, this is the game we want to make. We need to create in-game. We need to have, you know, that when you got to the end game of Anthem, you could just tell there just wasn't a lot of thought there. It was almost as if they never anticipated anyone reaching end game. So, and we were deeply in the end game. We played all the hardest content in Anthem, and I very much enjoyed all the javelins. I thought the narrative could have been better, but the world was good. It could have been more open, but there just wasn't enough exploration, and there just wasn't anything for the end game. Okay, let's continue. Godfall. Honestly, one of the best games I've ever played.
He turned us against each other. Brother against brother.
You need to craft better weapons.
Go on, light the forge.
Weapon crafting, though, right? It was so anime.
It's time for your madness to end, brother.
Woo!
I'm ready.
All the pre-order bonuses in the world. Listen, we actually got a promo with Godfall, and sometimes that slightly sways our opinion. The reality is, though, Godfall was a terrible game on so many levels. There's no way I can make that any better. There were moments where I was like, okay, this is kind of good. But then there were overwhelming moments where I was like, this is just so shit. All right, Halo Infinite.
Differently.
You are not the future.
Guys, at one time, I was the biggest Halo fan. I watched every show. I read some of the books. I'm not a big reader. I played Halo Reach a ridiculous amount of times. I was such a big fan. The point I'm trying to get at is the magic was lost with Halo a long time ago. And I tried to get into Halo 4, Halo 5. I felt like Bungie did a really good job of like going from Halo 3 back to Halo Reach. And that was like their send-off and they were done with it. But Halo 4, Halo 5, it just felt like it was just getting pulled along too much. Now, with that being said, I still do I still enjoy the PvP. Even Halo Infinite's PvP, I go play, not like all the time, but like with my buddies, we still go play Infinite. And we do enjoy Halo's PvP. But narratively, the game has just lost me. And I think that 343, they were really trying to just continue that as like Xbox's like #1 IP. And they just needed to just leave it alone. Or maybe pick up somewhere else. You know what I mean? I cannot let my mind be swayed by previous Halo games. I can't let that happen anymore. I can't let that happen anymore, guys. We have to judge it based on its own merits. Chat, I miss why Anthem is so high. Is he trolling? Guys, the reality is this. Anthem is F tier. It's shit. It's terrible. They shut it down, man. It's awful. I literally am putting it up here because if there ever was a game that could have squared up, it would have been Anthem. All right, guys. We're done. That is our Destiny Killers ranked list. 90% of you will disagree with me.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.